Right, welcome to the squeaky chair. I'm just gonna rename the whole thing, the squeaky chair. It is a very comfortable chair though. So, welcome to your Q&D patrons. Now, I don't want to set off any alarm bells, but I am got a runny nose and I'm quite stuffed up. So, it's definitely not allergies. It's driving me crazy. Please, prayers up for me and husband bot because we're both feeling kind of funky. So this will be my last video of the week. We will see if I'm feeling fine by Thursday. I'll do the YouTube on Thursday, but yeah, what the hell? What the hell? Wouldn't it be ironic if, like, you know, the day he gets laid off was the day he brought home coronavirus? Oh God, I can't even think about it. I can't even think about it. I don't want to think about it. So please, please, please send all the good juju. And let's do some Q&D. Let's do some Q&D. I'm feeling up for it. I don't feel sick, but I am like, my nose is like not happy. Not happy, not happy, not happy. So, we got some Q&D stuff here. I did just read on Kim and Kanye and Britney for the Celebrity Edition. So you guys are getting an extended version, which part of it is going up on Patreon, and I mean the extended version is going up on Patreon, and then the I don't know, first 15 minutes or whatever is going on YouTube and Instagram. So you guys are getting extra at that $2 tier. Does 45 steal the election? Does he try to steal the election? The answer is yes, of course he's trying. He's trying already. It's already happening. It's already happening. Let's look at 45 in the election and just see what cards come out for us here. Ooh, look at Biden. Mr. Biden is here. I don't know why I had to have an accent suddenly. I don't know what you're doing, Auntie. But my boobs look great. God, don't let this be my last video before, you know, I dropped out of coronavirus. It would be embarrassing. And then she booped her boobs at us and then she was gone. Put it on the headstone. I'm just being dramatic. Don't mind me. It's been a while since I've been on camera, you know. This is the first camera thing. I'm a little bit giddy about it. Anyway, we love to see Biden here. He's sitting pretty, he's got the 9 of Pentacles. I think this means yes, he has good money. I think yes, he has good prospects. So we'll look at you in a little bit, Biden. So I know that someone was talking about, you know, they're very, very worried about the election and, you know, can we read on the election and, you know, who cares about everything else and election. It's going to get tedious. It's going to get boring if I did that. I don't know what other readers are doing. Obviously, I don't care. I don't care. Hey. I am going to do an election special. Let's get through whatever's going on with me health-wise. Hopefully it's just a cold or allergies. But, you know, I'm going to do an election special, so it's going to be nothing but U.S. election. But, you know, a lot of people don't want that kind of content. They can't handle that kind of bombardment. People, obviously, we have an international viewership. So, you know, I try to get to everybody. And I'll say it again, if I'm not reading on your country, or if I'm not reading on a country you want me to read on, or your country of origin, or where you live, or whatever it is, message me here on Patreon. If you're a shy guy, you know, message me here on Patreon. That's A-okay. Like, I love that, you know. we in the US here, news-wise, it's very difficult for us to even hear about other countries. Like I have to go searching for it because I don't have a lot of time, you know? But you know, they're very US-centric here news-wise. So it's difficult for me sometimes to figure out what's going on in other countries. I want to make sure you guys are satisfied. You know, I want everybody to be happy and satisfied, you know, and I think an election special is a great idea because we can just really like get into it and like just kind of tunnel into it and see what comes out. And yeah, I think that way, you know, if you don't want to hear about it, if it's too much for you, if you're like, I don't want to hear about it, I'm sick of hearing about it, you can skip that one. Or if you're like, oh my God, Kirsten, this is what I wanted. You know, I want the big, juicy, beefy election sandwich. Like, yes, woman. So we're going to do an election special, is my point. Anyway, I'm really bummed out that, it's so funny because I didn't call the Letitia James thing at all. I saw a vomit diarrhea face and I was like, this is Donald Trump Jr. No. So I was bummed out that I missed out on that one, but then it turns out that it was an earlier toot from like 2017 about the NRA going down, so yay. But either way, you know, I'm not foolproof. I'm not foolproof, and we know that. I know that. We all know that. And just do the best we can. So, me and my boobs are going to read some cards for you guys. Yeah, he's going to steal the election. He's going to try to steal the election. He's already actively working on it. Literally, he's already actively working on it. He's getting bad news. So 45 is getting bad news. Here, bad news. There you go. Now you're a card reader. It just happened. But he's getting bad news about it. He's getting bad intel about it. He's not loving it. I don't think he's getting as much money as he did in the first election either, because there seemed to be some money issues here. But his final card here is the card of defeat, but it's also him trying to steal shit while people's backs are turned. So yeah, I think he's going to attempt to steal the election. I think he's working on that. He's working on a solid defense. I want to take a look at him personally and get in there. But I think, yeah, we're going to do an election special, and I think I'm just going to do a few of them here and there where it's all election, you know, in addition to Q&Ds and all that kind of stuff. And then one of them, I'm sure I'm going to do a live election special on YouTube because YouTubers will love that shit. So, I just got back from my crotch card. Arrows of Love. I just got back from my little jaunt up to Humboldt, which was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Third Eye Champagne. And there's some photos of just the beautiful landscape up there. I wish I had more time up there, but I had to get home because I had one of the kids with me and school starts today. So I couldn't stay as long as I wanted, but that's where baby brother lives. You've seen him on the show, the one everybody's like, oh, he's so hot. Ooh. I'll believe you. He's a good looking guy, but I don't need to commiserate on it. I don't need to hear about it. Anyway, I was hanging out with him. His house is in the middle of the woods, and I was gifted with a couple of raven feathers that just sort of floated out of nowhere, it seemed like. So it was a good time. And I fully socially distanced. If I caught something, I caught it from husband bot, who caught it from work, which now I'm like super glad he was laid off because they had a lot of positive cases where he was working. You know, it was a dangerous place for him to be anyway. You know. Okay, let's look at 45 here. In general, he is unwell. Duh, we knew that. We have the arrows of love here, so he's swiftly unwell. You know what? There's something wrong with his health. These visits to Walter Reed, I mean, I don't think I've ever commented on it because I kind of felt like it was common knowledge, like, of course there's something wrong with him, but I'm going to say it like fully out loud. There's definitely something wrong with him. There's heart problems. He's got heart problems for sure. He's got the Three of Swords. And I know, I forget who it was, I don't want to call names out anyway, but there was a patron that I remember I had read for, and I said, man, you gotta watch your heart, you gotta be good with your heart. Ended up, you know, this person ended up, it came true. I mean, the reading came true. This is the card I see when there are heart problems, like literal, actual heart problems. This man has heart problems. I'm telling you this right now, he has heart problems. He's actively fighting against something, but he doesn't know what he's fighting against. So that's a weird thing, and I don't know how that's going to play out. But he's actively fighting against something, and he doesn't know what it is. So this is very strange. So I don't know if this is a body thing or if this is like, I'm an idiot, you know? I don't know what I'm fighting against, but let's fight. He seems to be... Oh, he's totally unaware of things that are going on. And I mean totally unaware. He just doesn't have the cognition, it seems like, to really grasp the lady situation. The numbers of deaths, the death tolls, the number of illnesses, he doesn't get it. I don't know how else to put it. He doesn't get it. I don't get it. Like, he's just like, what? I don't know. Let's look at him election-wise and just kind of take a peek real quick. But yeah, he's actively trying to steal this election. I don't believe he will be successful at this time. But, you know, we've seen over the last several months, these cards tend to shift and change, which is a thing I love about the tarot. I know a lot of people say, oh, the future's set in stone. And I just don't, I've never seen it that way. I've seen cards move. I've seen cards move. One of the weirdest ones that was like so obvious was when Santos got sick last year, and I put cards down on him, and, you know, the death card was way far away, and I was like, okay, it's a possibility, but maybe not. You know, I was reading cards like twice a day on this dog, and that I watched that death card. First of all, it came out pretty much every time. Second of all, I watched that card move closer and closer to the signifier for the dog, which was the Page of Cups. I watched it happen. It was the craziest thing over a course of, you know, I don't know how many days, 4 or 5 days. That card went from the furthest away I could possibly get from Santos to right smack dab on top of him. You know, so it was, it's just funny to watch the cards shift and change. Who flew out here on you, Trumpy? Huh, Ivanka. Just making some calls here, making some decisions. Show me the election. Biden's at the root of this reading. Right now, Trump thinks he's going to win. So either he's delusional or he's fixed it. Legitimately, he thinks he's going to win. Look at this. So he's either delusional or it's a fixed election already. Or he thinks he's fixed it. But he thinks he's going to win. Is he going to win? That, my friends, we'll save for another day. Let's look at long-term health problems in the lady. This is for asymptomatic people. A lot of people want to know what's going on with asymptomatic people because they seem to have damage that they didn't know they had before. It's not, you know what, dude, this is weird because it's not hitting everybody that way. It's not hitting every asymptomatic person that way. I can see that very clearly. Again, I'm going back to genes. I'm going back to the genes. I'm saying, you know, it's certain people have this gene that's like getting kicked on or turned on or something. We've got more knowledge coming. Okay, there's going to be a knowledge drop. There's going to be a knowledge drop on the lady. Could be a while from now. It could be longer than we'd like to see from now. Maybe 8 or 9 months, which is like Kirsten. I know, but there's a big knowledge drop, and it's going to be true. It's going to be true. I'm telling you this right now. There's a very big knowledge drop coming in, and it's going to be true. It's going to be legit. You can take it to the bank. Right now, they're still scrambling. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're looking at. I think a lot of these people will recover. So it's not permanent damage. It's not permanent. You can get better from it. Yep. It's not permanent. You can get better from it. So we have our health card here. Hello, health. Carrying the burden. That's the damage that this lady can cause, right? But below the reading, we see health restored. So not only that, but then we come up the line here, and the Wheel of Fortune is in the home environment saying time, you need time, and with time, the Chariot is one of the healthiest cards in the entire deck, your health will be restored. You can restore your health. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that permanent damage, not necessarily, not with asymptomatic cases. It can heal over time. It may be a long time. It may be years, but it can heal over time. The trick is, and I'm getting this very clearly, is if you note that you have, you know, lung damage or any kind of tissue damage, they're telling me the tissue damage is reversible. They're telling me it'll get better. But they're saying, like, if you have that, then you've got to treat yourself as if you have that. So it's not just like, oh yeah, I have this tissue damage and who cares? It's like, no, if you take care of yourself, if you nurture yourself, if you take it easy, if you take the right, you know, foods and supplements, you're not smoking and, you know, you're not doing crazy shit, then you'll recover. It's recoverable.